Okay, my name is Russ Martin. I'm the president of Live Right. Now, I did a previous video talking about real estate, and I'd give a disclosure about why real estate's going to crash further and also why it boomed and crashed. But before we go into that, I want you to understand this is the most important thing. If you're thinking about buying real estate in the next 10 months, I wouldn't do it. Because of Obamacare and utilities, as I begin to bring this into the mainstream media, they'll pick up on it and they'll understand it. And then this will drive down the values of real estate. So again, if you were thinking about you're 62 and you want to do a reverse mortgage and you're thinking about it, you better get that laid into place with that appraisal being done and get it closed. Doing a reverse mortgage can also be considered, if you own the property free and clear, it's like buying puts on a stock that you think is going to take a dive. It protects your downside. We'll get into more of that later on in another video. But today, what we're going to be talking about is why real estate is going to crash because of these two items. And that is that debt-to-income ratio, and what the government hasn't been disclosing to you, and as I begin to bring lawsuits against them, we'll give disclosure. Now, why did real estate boom? The reason it is that as auto dialers, cold calling machines. Back in 1998, I invested in development of auto dialers. These machines put salespeople on steroids. We opened up cold calling rooms where they'd have 50, 100 guys, and there'd be more than one of them all across the United States calling everybody, convincing them real estate's doing great. Go buy real estate. My point to you is if the government has $1 million in a bank account for you and you don't know about it, is that $1 million ever going to get to the economy and be put into the business and living environment? No, it's not, because you don't know it's there. So it requires a salesperson to figure it out, understand how to do it and how to get the money out of there, and then come and convince you to take it. So what we had is a lot of salespeople selling all of these loans. What wasn't happening? Bush. He's the president with Greenspan. They're the ones that are supposed to raise the interest rates when the real estate gets too hot, but he's off playing his war games. Now what do we have? We have Obama becomes president. He does an institute what Bill Clinton did to stabilize the real estate market. It was called a stated value refinance. He wanted to implode the real estate market. Take back all the real estate and put you into slavery, because he can adjust Obamacare and the utilities on your home and keep taking more money at will through taxes. If you're in the business environment, you should already know that you're at the bottom of the food chain. Whenever the federal government, the state, the city, the county wants more money, they come to the business environment and raise taxes. And who's it hurt the fastest? It's you. You providing a service or a product, and now you got to provide that service for cheaper, or you got to provide that product for cheaper to be able to meet the taxes you have to pay. So this is these are the problems of what's coming. To be able to fix these, you got to be prepared. You got to be prepared to bankrupt or boycott Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase, and Citibank, starting with them. The other banks are going to get sued anyway. But these are the primaries you don't want to be doing your banking with. When a vendor comes into your office, you got to say, hey pal, who are you doing banking with? Bank of America, Wells Fargo. I really don't want to do business with you, because you're serving the elite system that is taking business away from me and taking away my opportunity to be successful. Do you really want that? These are the points I'm going to be trying to drive home to you. That the banking system, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and these banks are in your town. Every time somebody needs money, they got to go to them. So they go to them, and for some reason or another, they don't qualify. Well, one of the reasons they're not going to qualify is they have no equity in their house. So it means less money flowing around the system. The only people going to have money are the ones that work for Bank of America. They work for BART. They work for the transit systems, government organizations. So start to wake up about your business environment and be influential. You're going to have to commingle politics with business if we're going to be successful. All right? That's my message.